That is pretty amazing. This is the Hvalnes, H-V-A-L-N-E-S Lighthouse. This is a point, pretty much the southeastern edge of Iceland. Sunset, and the light is just gorgeous, raking across the mountain back here. So, super simple. I'm gonna put on my wider angle lens because I wanna make sure that I pick up this as well as that, this whole sweeping coastline, and then with all these big boulders with the waves that are crashing right here and that there. So with those clouds, I don't have a whole lot of time before that sun disappears, so I gotta get the shot. It's just super important to try different things when you're out on location, especially if you're in an epic spot and it's really hard to get to that spot. You don't wanna go, man, I wish I would have tried a 10 stop, or I wish I would have tried a different spot, because I just got excited, put the tripod down, and it got rooted in place, and I didn't move it at all. And I've already been up and down this little, the rocky cliff face, looking for other vantage points, and I think this is by far going to be the best. Put a 10 stop on. The clouds are moving pretty quick. I can get it to a 2-minute exposure, 120 seconds, f/16, ISO 50 with a 10 stop ND filter on it. We'll see what that looks like. I've changed and zoomed in a little bit more. I got some shots that have more of this like the beach area, the peninsula. It's not a peninsula, but it's kind of what it looks like from here. So I got some shots with all of that, with the mountains, but then I decided the most interesting thing is pretty much what you're seeing here, and that is the mountain range, and then the waves crashing right in here. That's pretty epic right there. In case you were wondering why I didn't get any photos of the lighthouse, it's because that's it. It's not very attractive. It's just a square, like an air traffic control tower with a giant radio antenna next to it. So not very good. But these shots, those are going to come out great. Today, headed up to Svartafoss. It's about a 45-minute hike. It's a really pretty waterfall. I've been here before. It's one of those places that's kind of in between a lot of things. So it's really, you kind of do it, photograph it whenever you're going by, because it's kind of out of the way. That's why the sun's going to be probably not my friend when I get there. It was overcast this morning. I was hoping that would continue, but it's burned off and it's turning into a really sunny, nice day. But it's good to get out. The air's crisp and it's beautiful. And we'll pick it up when I get closer. This is not Svartafoss, it's another smaller waterfall before you get to it. And it's really not photographable due to the huge dynamic range between that bright, where the sun's hitting it pretty much directly, then the shadow down at the bottom. So it's just not gonna work today. If I remember right, if Svartafoss should be in full sun, and if that's the case, you can kind of work with it. It's when it's half and half like that makes it pretty much impossible. There's the very top of Svartafoss. And yeah, it's got some sun on it. Hopefully the sun's going to be hitting all of it. But I'll find out real quick if it is or not. So I'm going to have to use a 6-stop filter in order to get the look of the water that I want. And right now everything's in shade. The sun went behind a cloud, so this is perfect. Those basalt columns back there are just absolutely magnificent. That is so, so cool. Right now I'm shooting about what you're seeing here. I'm shooting a little wider because I really want to show where this is located. So I've actually got a little bit of the sky because there's some puffy clouds and it's blue. And then I've got the bowl with Svartafoss and those beautiful basalt columns. And then I got the bridge and then the creek that's coming away from it. F11 ISO 100, about half a second on the shutter speed, 6-stop ND. If the shot comes out, I'll show it to you right now. On the bridge, really not a great photograph because those bushes kind of cut off the leading line of the stream. So there's a viewing platform. You can get a lot closer. Might be a lot of spray off the falls, but we'll see. It'll be nice to get a more personal up-close shot with those incredible basalt columns and just the waterfall. So this is gorgeous. It's got a great mist bow going on. Hopefully you'll show up on the video right here in the bottom of the falls. It's absolutely spectacular. The whole falls is in sunlight, which is fine. 6-stop ND, just like up there. And then I've got the creek coming out of here in the bottom left. And it's gonna be just absolutely gorgeous. A little bit of that blue sky at the top. I don't mind it because it's not just gray. It's a nice blue, got a little bit of clouds. But I'm still working on minimizing that as much as I can. I took some landscape and vertical shots there because I also did a pano because I think the biggest attraction for Svartafoss are the columns. It really sets it apart from a lot of the other waterfalls in Iceland. Yes, I'm still at Svartafoss. I got out on these rocks in the middle of the stream, and this might be slightly better. I don't know yet. I do like being able to have a leading line right here up to the waterfall. I do like that. I'm going to go ahead and take the shots, and I'll be able to pick which ones I like best. Again, that's the one important thing as you go out to photograph is do a lot of different compositions as much as you can so that you learn and then you've got things to choose from. And I know one of them is going to be, or maybe more than one, but at least one is going to come away being a winner. One thing for sure, the weather in Iceland always changes. It's changing constantly. No matter what the forecast says, it's probably going to rain a little bit, it's going to be cloudy, it might be a little bit sunny. And it's going to go through that cycle numerous times per day. That waterfall that I first came upon when I was walking up the trail was unshootable. Now it is. Totally overcast, sun's behind the clouds, and it looks really, really good. So you can see it right there. It looks fantastic. No issues at all with with any kind of glare or shadows or bright highlights. 3-stop, because it's still bright. There's still a lot of light out here. So 3-stop ND, F11, probably around half a second, I think, for the shutter speed. Bracketing my shots just so I got a little bit more detail in any of those shadow areas, and I can also kind of pick if I like one of the water flows a little bit better than the other. But this shot's going to come out as well, and I'll show it to you right now.